What's going on, everyone? Just a quick one today, and I promise everyone I will be as consistent as I possibly can from today onwards, right? I will. I definitely will. Okay, this is what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to stick to my word. I'm going to be consistent with my YouTube uploads, be active on my Telegram, and let's see what we can get together over the next couple of months. Got a lot planned, and I've got a lot of video ideas, and things to share with everyone. Right, okay, before we begin, please feel free to join my free Telegram group, Quick Scalp Trades, where I'll be a lot more active, posting setups. Well, not really setups, but well, just overview of the markets, see what I think the current situation, any trades that I've taken, long term outlook, etc. Okay, diving right into it now. Thought I'd start with a long term TAO outlook. Okay, as we can see, I've removed everything from the charts. Literally want it as clean as possible to do my analysis and see where we're heading next. Okay, I think where we are at right now is, well, I think TAO's in a bear market, and it's not that bad of a bear market at the moment. I mean, we are down from the all-time highs. Let's take this week. We're to the lowest of the lows. We were down 81%, and from the recent high we are down to where we are now, about 63%, to the bottom 73%. So what I think is happening is, I think TAO is in a support. Definitely, we've entered this support once, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you can count this as an 8, and now we're still in it. Yeah, if you want to count here as a 9. How I look at this whole pattern is basically literally just an accumulation range. So I look at this whole pattern as a whole as a very good, easy to spot accumulation range. The top of the range at 777, bottom of the range at 148. Where do I think we're headed next? I mean, obviously, long term wise, what I think we're looking at, if we go to the monthly chart, we know there's a support there, so we can take that out just so we can see the charts clearly. We can see we are in a monthly demand area here. Change the color of this so we can see. Yep, this is a 1 month chart. I mean, demand zone. Guys, if you want a bit more information on how I spot my zones and stuff like that, I will do more videos like this, but I am thinking of doing it's going to take probably a couple of hours, probably a bit more longer than that actually, a whole series of videos of how I chart, how I take short-term trades, what my confluences are, spotting supply and demand zones, using tools like Market Cipher B, things like that. I will be doing it very shortly, in a series of videos, whether I post them all up for free or I do some form of monthly membership is yet to be seen, so I'll see. Just depends on how much work I put into it. But anyways, this is a monthly demand, simple as, because we can see a red bearish candle here, we can see a red bearish candle here followed by a green momentum candle. There's a gap right here which is an inefficiency, so we can see right here, yeah, these where's it gone? Let's make this black so we can all see right here, and then to the top of the zone. So that's the gap. And again, I won't go into it too much into this video. I'll explain it in another video on how I spot my setups. So if you want to join my Telegram group, can go into a bit more detail over there. So we're in a 1 month demand zone. What I think is happening is we might see some buy orders here, see some accumulation range form here, like more of a mini one, before we start to build a stronger foundation or a base before we move up higher again. I really don't want to see this low being taken. Why are these not saving? Okay, let's make it different color. I don't want to see this low being taken, because then there's a big chance that we'll be dropping all the way around here, which I don't really see happening. But again, this is crypto, anything can happen, of course, but we've got to play with probabilities. So what I think is more likely to happen, and again, I don't have a crystal ball, but this is all what trading is. It's all risk management. So I think this is an area of accumulation. Sure, we can take this low here, sweep it as a liquidity sweep, and then make a move up. But it just depends on what the overall market's doing. But then again, I can say that, but some of these, I mean, TAO made its run in 2023, despite, regardless of what the rest of the market was doing. So again, these things can move without any major Bitcoin or Ethereum move, depending on how hot AI is as well. If we go into the weekly chart, just have a look. I really like the way TAO moves, honestly. I think it slowed down a lot here. The more it slows down and the more we can see as a really low volume, and it's just going sideways and it's just bleeding very slowly. And as long as this low holds, I think it's quite healthy, as long as we can just potentially chop around here. Where's my... okay, we can potentially just chop around here before we go. That's what I'd like to see. I wouldn't really want to see any sudden impulses right now. I'd want to see a bit more of a base until, I don't know, for a couple more months, I suppose, before we really take off. But regardless, I personally think this is a really good opportunity. I think we are more or less near the lows. We've made a low at 144 and we are at currently 198. I think as long as we make a low that doesn't drop below this low, I think we're good. So essentially a higher low, and then just an accumulation range or something like that, I think would be quite good. But yeah, I think TAO's one to watch. I definitely do think TAO's one to watch. If you're interested to see where I'll be placing my orders, I think yeah, definitely feel free to join my Telegram group. And yeah, I think let's anchor this so that it sticks. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, feel free to join my Telegram group and you'll see what I do with one more regular updates really. On the market side for B, we can see there's a green dot that got that came on the 16th of February, that got printed on the 16th of Feb. If we see another green dot shortly, I think that'd be quite good. We can see the VWAP is going up. We can see money flow is still going down. Let's go to the daily chart. Yeah, money flow is still going down. We need money flow to curve up as well, but usually the VWAP is what prints the green dots for the weekly bullish divergence, right? So again, guys, if I'm losing you, just keep watching my videos. Honestly, you will pick it up. over time, I suppose. And again, feel free to join my Telegram group where I'll explain things regularly and in a bit more detail. So we can see here we've got a potential bullish divergence here, as long as this momentum wave is higher than this one and the green dot prints. I don't know if you guys can see the green dot, but you can see around here. Yeah, as long as we can see a green dot that gets printed here, this momentum wave is even slightly higher than this wave, that'd be really healthy. And it's more of a confirmation that things may be moving up, but again, this can happen anywhere around here really. So just to watch out. Let's hope that this low gets hold, and yeah, I think this is a really good entry for long term. If this breaks, then this is the last support really. I don't really see it going any lower than the inception of the coin. So yeah, I think there's not much more to say really. I think, what else can I say? I think when these highs get broken, so let's mark it up whenever that is. I mean, this is the bit that's obviously hard to predict unless you're trading short term, and you're just trying to catch a few swings. But I think the moment these highs start to break, there aren't no major supply zone. We could go on the daily and have a look. Not really. We can see everything's kind of been already. Yeah, we got a supply zone here, but again, that's played out. We got a supply zone right here, but again, that's played out. So if I were to quickly mark this up for you guys. Right here, that would have been a really nice short entry on the 2-day time frame. These are the type of trades I take. So if you're interested, again, join the Telegram group. Probably mentioned that about 20 times now, but honestly, I think you guys find it quite useful. And there's another supply zone right here on the 2-day chart again. These are beautiful short entries that I've can't remember now, but I must have taken one or two of these definitely. But these are high probability supply zone. I mean, and your stop loss would be something like this. If you okay. Yeah, that's a 1 to 2. Well, what an almost 1 to 3. And then the second supply zone. Okay, right here. That's a 1.8. So if you're risking 100 between these two, you got a 272 there, and you got a 187 there. And obviously, if you're risking a grand, you've made 2.7k, 1.8k. Not bad short opportunities, and this is the type of trading I do, and I'm willing to share it a bit more, and what my entry criteria are, my setup requirements, etc. And I'll be a lot more active on YouTube, so you guys will see everything. Then what I would do is I'd probably reinvest these profits into spot, to hold for the medium to long term, and that's honestly the best way to build your crypto bags without putting too much money in. But obviously you have to scale and use very smart risk management to be able to get these things, to execute these things to like a professional trader really, which takes a lot of time and experience. I cannot lie, definitely does. So we've got, those are obviously more short-term trades, but long-term, that is what I'm seeing. And I think once we break this high, I really don't see any major supply zones on any of the higher time frames, maybe on the lower time frames. But since if they are on the lower time frames, which they probably will be, but the idea is that they wouldn't be very strong. So the moment we break this high, I really think the sky's the limit really for this one. So yeah, just a quick one. Hope you guys found that useful. Again, join my Telegram group where I'll be a bit more active. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next one. I think I'll be doing Ethereum or Bitcoin next, so keep tuned for that. Okay, thank you everyone.